Every system built to last starts with one truth. There's always potential for an unforeseen emergency or crisis. That's the truth in cybersecurity, truth in leadership, and scripture reminds us it's truth in real life. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 12 says, "The wise sees danger ahead and avoid it, but fools keep going and get in trouble." See, wisdom isn't panic, wisdom is preparation. So here's the question that every guardian must answer honestly. If life hits your household tomorrow, what actually protects your family? Is it one paycheck? Is it one plan? Or is it a lackluster assumption that nothing will change? Today we're breaking down defense in depth with your finances. How layered financial protection keeps your family stable when pressure shows up without a warning. Defense in depth, seeking risks before it shows up. See, defense in depth exists because single points of failure destroy systems. In cybersecurity, one firewall just isn't enough. You need layers of security. Reason being, credentials get stolen, employees make mistakes, and systems fail under pressure. Money kind of works the same way. And honestly, most families don't fail financially because of recklessness. They fail because they plan for normal life only, not the pitfalls and emergencies. Some examples of that would be a solid income with no cash reserves, savings invested, but nothing liquid that they could put their hands on or within reach at a moment's notice if something comes up. Also, insurance gaps that aren't obvious until they matter. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 12 says, "Wisdom preserves life." Preservation means survival through disruption. Defense in depth isn't pessimism, it's humility. Acknowledging you don't control tomorrow. Layer 1, emergency fund. An emergency fund protects the initial shock phase. When something breaks, the first 30 days determines how everything goes. Whether you panic or you have clarity, whether you risk the potential of going in debt or things maintaining stability. Or does a lot of damage happen? Or are you able to contain it before it wreaks havoc on your finances and in your life? Consider this example. Your car transmission fails unexpectedly. Without a saving to get that repair done, the first thing that probably pops into most people's head is, I'll just put it on my credit card. So when you put it on your credit card, now you have to pay that money back with interest. Or you don't have the credit and your credit score is not up to par.
We have a problem.
You can't borrow the money. You miss work. Or just that overall stress of not being able to have a vehicle or reliable transportation to get to work. It spills over into your home, essentially disrupting plans that you and your spouse may have already had, where you use your vehicle for work and they use the secondary vehicle for the family. But now, since you're down one vehicle, what happens? You're spilling over into their plan, which can be confusing and frustrating and chaotic because you're disrupting a normal situation that you didn't plan for. So with the saving, you can get those repairs taken care of. Those routines that you and your wife have or your spouse, you don't have to worry about any disruption to that. And then there's no chaos, as well as not having to worry about extra payments that you put on a credit card. So you don't go into a financial spiral where you're robbing Peter to pay Paul and chipping away at other funds that you may have money reserved for and budgeted for just to pay back that credit card for that unexpected repair. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 20, praises stored resources, not hoarded wealth reserved. An emergency fund isn't there to make you rich. It's there to keep a bad week from becoming a bad year. I personally have experienced a bad year, just to be transparent. But now we have plans in place moving forward. Here's some key principles. Keep cash liquid. Whether you put it in a safe, an envelope, box in your closet, or just have it in your saving in an account that you typically don't touch often, like an emergency fund. Make sure it's separate from daily spending. You don't have to build it fast, but you have to build it and be consistent about it. This layer gives you time to think, which is priceless under pressure. Layer 2, insurance. Preparing for a low probability but high impact event. See, emergency funds handle disruption and insurance handles disaster. Imagine a medical emergency that costs you $75,000. Even a strong emergency fund can't absorb that. That's where insurance steps in. Insurance exists essentially because some losses are too big, too fast, and too devastating to self-fund. See, health insurance prevents permanent medical debt. Life insurance replaces income for dependents, and disability insurance protects earning power after an injury. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 27 teaches us, secure the field before building the house. In practical terms, you protect against catastrophic loss before focusing on growth. Insurance is just in case, but it also doesn't mean you expect tragedy to happen. It means you refuse to leave your family exposed. Layer 3, protecting your kids. Clarity in the absence of control. I know most people don't like talking about this, but it's inevitable. One day we're just not going to be here anymore. So how do you look out for those that you've been looking out for while you were alive? This layer is essentially about what happens when you're not there anymore. I know some people can be neglectful and say, well, it's not my problem if I'm not here anymore, and they'll do what's best for the family, but that's irresponsible. And it happens quite often, but not with us, because we got a plan. Many families assume a love is just enough, but love without structure creates confusion. How often do you hear people setting up GoFundMe's to fund someone's funeral or help a family out with the unfortunate event that happened? It happens every day, and we got to do something about that, all of us. But for those that may have these plans in place, but they're not airtight, here's some examples of some common gaps that we need to pay attention to. No name beneficiaries, outdated life insurance information, no guardianship decision documented. So those accounts are locked behind probate and delays. I know some people think that, oh, once you get the death certificate, you can go ahead and cash in on those policies to take care of those burial funeral expenses. But a lot of times it's not just that easy. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 14 reminds us inheritance is intentional. Consider these two scenarios, right? A family with a clear plan, guardian's name, who will take care of the little ones in your unfortunate departure from this place, and those accounts are accessible. Or a family left with court delays, disputes, and stress. Same love, different outcome. Protecting your kids means clear instruction, legal clarity, removing uncertainty during grief. This is not about control. It's about care after you're gone. How do these layers function together, right? Each layer handles a different phase of a crisis. Emergency funds for immediate response, such as auto repair, insurance for catastrophic containment or loss of life. Essentially planning, long-term continuity, things clearly written out and drafted, so no one's guessing. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7 says, get understanding. Understanding is knowing that these layers complement each other. If one fails, the other catches the impact. This is resilience. As far as responsibility, consider this. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3 tells us to commit our plans and not abandon them. Faith doesn't mean winging things. Faith means stewarding what has been entrusted in us. Your home is your first mission. Your money is part of your security posture. Your children deserve preparation, not hope alone. So put one foot in front of the other with these plans and do your research and get with your financial advisor and those in place of your insurance policy, or someone where you can actually secure these tools, as well as get a handle on your savings and emergency fund. Build those layers, patch those gaps, and protect your family with wisdom. I'm your host, Kendall. Hit the like and subscribe button. Follow the Guardian Protocol podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.